at Rancho La Puerta Spa, and today we're going to do a nice release for the feet that also brings quite a nice release for the rest of the body. So we're going to use a simple tennis ball and just start to roll it underneath the arch of the foot. So pick one foot, any foot, and just start to roll the tennis ball under the arch from heel to toe. As you're rolling, you'll notice some tender areas. Feel free to stop on any tender area you discover, hold a gentle pressure, and breathe into it. As you're breathing and holding, you may want to wiggle the toes around a little bit, just fanning the toes apart and letting them release down as you release the pressure and put the pressure back on. Just pulsing gently on and off that tender spot and remembering to breathe. After you hold for 4 to 6 breaths, move on, roll into a new spot that's tender. Make sure you explore both the inside edge of the arch of your foot as well as the outside edge of the arch, as you can often find some nice tender areas there to work on. Right here on that instep of my foot, I found a good spot, so as I'm holding and breathing, I'm just adding a little spread and release of the toes. And what that does is allow the tennis ball to work into that area just a little deeper. So we can all find some really good tender spots here, moving around on top of that heel bone or just above the heel bone as I go side to side. This is a great release if you've had plantar fasciitis or any other issues with the feet. Make sure you go lightly your first time or two so that you ensure that you don't irritate the area. But it's certainly an okay release to go in and will bring you quite a bit of relief from that tension and tenderness that you feel. This can also be really great for foot or calf cramps and helping to relieve those as well. I'm going to move all around my heel, and as I explore around my heel again, I'm just pressing and releasing, just pressing and releasing, and seeing if I can find any tenderness there. If not, that's okay. I'll just move back to another area where I did and spend a few breaths there. Moving under the ball of the foot, I'm right under the base of my big toe, right under the knuckle of the big toe, if you will. My heel can be on the floor here, and kind of like I'm working a gas pedal, I'm just going to squish and release, squish and release. And as I squish again, I'm letting my toes curl over the ball, and as I release, I'm just fanning those toes apart. Really great for helping prevent and reduce bunions, getting the toes and the bones of the feet to separate back to their natural position. So now I'm going to move across to the base of that second toe and just repeat the process. A few compressions and releases at each joint. Remembering, of course, to breathe. This is also great if you've had any neuromas, as it really creates more space and limits that impingement of the nerve as it goes through those toes. So in this manner, I'm working my way all the way across to the baby toe side of the foot, squishing and releasing all the way across. When I'm done, I'll take the tennis ball right underneath my toes, spread all 5 little piggies, and grip that tennis ball. And just release and grip. Moving under the first 3 toes, moving under the center 3 toes, and then moving out to those outer 3 toes. Particularly that little baby toe gets wedged into the shoes and gets limited in its ability to move. When our feet get limited and restricted, it actually restricts the whole body. So by doing this release, we're doing a global release for the whole body. That's good news. If you don't have time to do a full body massage, you can take 5 minutes and release your feet and really feel a difference in the way the body moves and feels. When you're done, bring that foot down to the ground and just notice how it feels compared to the other side. Feel free to take a little walk around and notice if you feel any difference in the way your body moves. And finally, if it feels okay for your lower back to do a forward bend, feel free to do a forward bend, a nice supported forward bend with the hands on the thighs, and just notice how that side of the body feels compared to the other. So as I roll down, I notice that my left arm appears a little longer than my right. The left side of the back of my body feels more open, less tightened, less restricted. And then I'm just going to pull my belly in and bring myself back up. So you would want to repeat that on the other side. And after you repeat that, if the forward bend was okay for you, check out if you're able to get a little closer to the floor than you have been in a few years. As I said, this is a great global release. It releases and frees up the whole body, and it also makes those tired feet feel much happier. You can certainly do it sitting down as well, and if you're sitting at your computer, it's a great thing to do just to get the blood circulating. So, thanks for joining me. I'm Nancy Parker at naturallybalancedfit.com. Please come see us at Rancho La Puerta. We'd love to have you. Thanks.